You know, it's crazy because I just literally said this new liar that I wasn't going to do any more like generational curse type videos. And here I am doing another one. um this one, I don't know, like it just really kind of hit me looking at my children, and then just like the conversations I had with my children. Like I'm very open with my children. Um really raw. Um I bear my flaws. I apologize when I'm wrong. Um I don't try to look like I'm all perfect, like I just didn't do nothing when I was growing up. I was just like this little angel that didn't do anything. Like I'm pretty raw with them. But I'm doing this video today because I feel like a lot of times we try to protect our children and we keep things from them. We keep things from them in an attempt, I would like to think, to protect them. Sometimes it's a little bit more sinister than that. Sometimes it's not that you're just trying to protect them. Sometimes you're trying to protect yourself. You don't want to be exposed. You don't want your children to look at you a certain way. You think if you tell them certain things that they're not going to respect you. What I have learned is that children respect you a whole lot less when they get older and realize that you lied to them. I had did a live video on my Facebook Live. And anybody that know me like that, know I'm not really that comfortable like being like doing this is really something that's taking me outside my comfort zone to be a hundred with you. Like being in front of a camera like this, I'm much more comfortable doing like my audio visuals when I do videos and I post things in front of my face. Plus I also feel like that adds to the message. Like when I find little things that I can like put, in front like little memes or whatever, or little, pictures or whatever to put in front of me. I feel like that adds to the message. So I do that for that reason as well. But excuse me, I'm much more comfortable doing it that way than doing this, like looking right at the camera, talking. But this is a part of my growth and a part of me stepping outside of my comfort zone. So I'm doing it. But I had put out a video on my Facebook Live, and this was probably like around the time when all this R. Kelly and all that stuff, like when all these things was coming on, this Me Too movement thing was going on. And I was kind of like getting disgusted with like just having people just like had so many opinions about people that they didn't even know. They didn't know whether these people did it or not. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? They just like basically was just jumping on the bandwagon. And it was blowing me because it's like, it's children that's right in your household, in your family, that's living right under your roof, that's being molested, and you don't have this much umph or this much gumption for them. You don't have this much go out and get them and let's prosecute and let's put them away, let's lock them away for life type energy for these people that's right here in your house. So it's like you're trying to protect family members that's dirty as fuck, disgusting ass, molesting, pedophile ass motherfuckers. You protecting them, but people that's right in your own household, you're not protecting them. Like these children, like it's a lot of children that I know in general that have been molested or have dealt with incest and shit like that in their families. And the thing about it is, I came to realization like we gotta stop. Like I that's why I did the video at that time. Like we gotta stop protecting these motherfuckers. Like why the fuck do we do this? It's so bad that the children feel like they gotta do it. The children don't want to say nothing because they know how this person is looked at, and they don't want to fuck this person's reputation or make this person make their family mad because they said something about this person. Um, it's so many children that they get molested or have to deal with incest because their family, or their parents are dealing with certain issues, and this person could like pedophiles do. They befriend the family and they look out for them, they do things for them and make them feel that they will, like, at their whim, like, okay, I'm doing this for you, so you owe me type of energy. And then the children don't feel comfortable saying it because it's like, damn, this person, they helping us out, they feeding us, they doing this, they doing that, mom and dad ain't gonna believe me, or this gonna kind of fuck them up, or we're not gonna be able to get these things, or they're not gonna get this kind of help from this person now. And so it's like it's a lot of pressure to put on children. And the fact of the matter is, it's really because of the secrets, the lies we tell them, the things that we keep from them. Like I said again, in our attempt to try to protect them, I'm gonna take the positive route and say that that's the route that that's what the parents are doing, trying to protect the children. Turn this light on. But trying to protect the children, we keep things from them. And it's really sad because if we was being more honest, I think a lot of these things that these children going through could be avoided. In particular, myself. Like, I'm gonna speak for my own self, and I don't know, my family may or may not see this, but I don't give a fuck. Truth is true. I realized I was in an extra toxic ass family because of this. Like, people just keeping things to themselves because they didn't want people to judge the family or look at the family a certain type of way, or this person was looked at in high regards by other people. And I don't know, like, I don't really know why they do it, but I know that, like, if my mother, and I'm not blaming her at all, because you don't know how to deal with this shit when you being molested and shit like that. You don't know how to, that's like, you don't know how to process that shit. You don't know how to deal with it. You don't know who you can trust. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. And you especially don't know how to deal with it, like, by getting the word out to your children or making your children understand. I was very extra overprotective of my children, especially when I first had them, for that reason, because I didn't know how to deal. Like, I'm like, I don't know how to protect my children from a motherfucker. But, like, now I know, it's like, shit, be real with them. Be transparent with them. That's how you protect them. So my children know about me being molested. They know, like, I ain't playing that shit. If somebody come at you sideways, touch you, anytime, like, they know the correct body parts. Like, they know coochie and pad and all this type of shit. Wee. They know penis, vagina, breast. They know this shit. If motherfucker touch them, like, I will end them. Like, for real. My children know. So this is how you protect them. And I'm not going to head them around people that I know either do it or got the potential to do some shit like that. This is how you protect your children. Not by keeping them around your children, like, oh, I'm just going to keep an eye on them. I'm just going to watch them and make sure that this person ain't alone with them. These motherfuckers so fucking dirty. They will do that shit in your fucking face. You won't even see them doing the shit. That's how fucking slick they are with it. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe some of these parents do know and they don't be saying shit because, like I say, they getting something from the person. A lot of times that's how they fucking move. They be doing shit for people to kind of lower their defenses, so that even if they kind of suspect something, it's like, nah, they wouldn't do that. But it's really the ego. It's like, nah, I really don't want them to be doing it because I want to keep getting this shit from them, or I want them to keep doing blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, I'm saying, like, if my mother would have talked to me, like, straight up and up, she told me a lot of things, but, like, that was one of the things she didn't discuss with me. And, like, when I look back at that shit, like, damn, if she would have told me, maybe I wouldn't have experienced that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe if she would have came out and said, like, hey, I was molested. If she would have came out and just said, like, I was molested when I was a child, and this is what happened. This is who did it. Then maybe I would have had a better understanding and would have had my defenses up a little bit more and been more aware of how to deal with these things and felt more comfortable with coming out when I was having my experience. So that was one of the reasons why I felt the need to, like, be so upfront in situations where they're not around me eventually. So at one point I had to just realize, like, you gotta, like, really just talk to them and be real with them. But I recognize, like, a lot of parents still don't do that. And then, that's a part of why, like, I really, like, it's a lot of things going on to my family. And I realize, like, it's a lot of fucking secrets in my family. And it destroys, like, these are, like, a lot of adults in my family, like, they're destroyed mentally, emotionally, spiritually by these secrets. It's like they can't get past the things that have happened in the past because nobody is being real with them about what the fuck went on. And I've dealt with that myself, so I understand. Like, start being real with your children. Like, that's the best way to help them get through these things and to transcend and transmute these energies in this fucked up evil ass shit that's going on within our fucking bloodlines and our families and shit. You know what I'm saying? Stop protecting these pedophile rapists. You know what I'm saying? Nasty, disgusting motherfuckers. Stop protecting them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's hurting our fucking children. Like, stop doing that shit. Let that shit be known. Expose their ass. I bet you their ass if they was fucking exposed. Like, I exposed a motherfucker that did that shit to me. That motherfucker, I bet you ain't saying shit now. I bet you that motherfucker ain't out here trying to touch little girls now. Before I said something publicly, he probably still was. You know what I'm saying? And I feel horrible about that shit. Because maybe if I would have said something sooner, like, it probably could have saved some little girl from having to experience that shit, for her having to process this shit later on in her adult life. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I really had to say. Like, we got to stop holding these fucking secrets in our family. That shit ain't helping our children. That shit be fucking our children up. They grow up to be some fucked up ass adults. Not all of them, but it be some shit they really got to fucking deal with and cope with when they get older. And it's fucked up to, like, put that shit on them. Like, just tell them the fucking truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't helping them by keeping shit from them. You really not. And when they get old enough, they gonna tell you that shit. They gonna let you know how much you lying hurt them. Tell them the truth. Always.